commentating on comic books, talking about comic books. Here to talk to you guys about Free Comic Book Day, May 6th, 2017. 132 days away. What better way to start a new YouTube channel about comic books than to talk about the comic book industry day, designed to get new readers into local comic book shops and hooked on reading comics. So this year they're going to be offering 50 titles up for grabs, 12 gold sponsored comics, 38 silver sponsored comics, and a few days ago on December 19th, the list was kind of spoiled. And in the January issue of Previews, the solicitation magazine for comics, you're going to get a chance to see the whole list. All 12 gold sponsored comics I'm going to show you today. And a good selection of 38 silver sponsored comics are also going to be in the video today. I'm getting this literally off of the Free Comic Book Day website. So I'll put a link at the bottom in the comments. You can go check it out for yourself and just kind of peruse the title on your own. But if you've never really been to Comic Book Day, Free Comic Book Day, it's a pretty low-key event. You go to your store, and depending on your location, it can be intense. You wait in line. But keep in mind, I'm from the LA area, and I've never really stood in line for more than like 15, 20 minutes. Obviously, the earlier you go, the better it is because you'll have more options because titles do run out. And, at my particular store that I used to go to, you get you stand in line and you can grab as many titles that's available. There's a rule about, there's one copy per customer rule, but they're absolutely free. You just literally walk in, no purchase necessary. You pick the titles you want and you get out of there. You can't just grab any comics off the shelf, like you have to pay for those, but the Free Comic Book Day comics are truly free. A few years ago, I switched over to online. The two places I know that you can get Free Comic Book Day comics online are the Discount Comic Book Service, and Midtown Comics, I think, sells their comics like the Monday after the event. I think there's like a small fee, like a processing fee is what they call it. I think it's like 38 cents per title, but other than that, it's pretty free. Now, most of these titles are, books that you would never normally buy, and that's kind of the point. You give a title a shot that you normally wouldn't. You get a taste, and maybe you'll find something that you didn't know you liked. And if you're completely new to comics, what better way than to just get a free issue? See if you like it, see if you want to buy, comics, get into the hobby, so to speak. And then for longtime fans of comics, even those with refined palates and, you know what you like and you know what kind of stories you like, it's kind of like a bonus, for being a loyal fanboy. You just get free comics. So you get 50 titles this year, like I said. Go early. I'm going to be ordering online, and I'll show you in a later video which titles I actually do end up getting. But all 12 gold sponsor comics have been spoiled on Free Comic Book Day, right? So you get a pretty good idea of what you can try and go for. Out of Archie Comics, you got Betty and Veronica. Out of Bongo Comics, you got the Simpsons related Bongo Free for All comics. Probably is going to be great for kids. Out of Dark Horse, you get Avatar. Boom Studios, you get Summer Blast. Never really heard of it, but animation looks pretty cool. Captain Picard rocking the sleeveless shirt, flexing those guns. Can't go wrong with that. Not really sure what you're going to get from DC. It's top secret. Marvel, you're going to get a little bit of Spider-Man, but a little something extra. Out of Image, I hate Image. For all you TV fans out there, Rick and Morty, really good show. Comic, but like I said, it's free. Doctor Who, Exo Manowar, Valiant. And, I've been reading a little bit of Exo Manowar from Valiant ever since I saw their booth at WonderCon. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. So, maybe this issue is a good way for a lot of you guys to kind of get your feet wet into the Valiant Entertainment universe. And out of Viz Media, you get Zelda. So I guess that's all 12 of the gold sponsor. And I guess they're gold for a reason. I'm like, 6 out of the 12 look pretty cool. You got an Adam Hughes cover for Betty and Veronica. I'm going to be going for that. I have kids. If you have kids, can't really go wrong with Simpsons, right? Captain Picard, this cover alone, if that's the cover that they're shipping with, IDW Publishing, dude, that's good. The two major publishers, Marvel and DC, you know you're going to be trying to go for those. Rick and Morty, Doctor Who, if you're a fan of the show, you might want to go for those. And Exo Manowar, like I said. So literally out of the 12 gold level, free comic books, like half of them they look decent. And if you don't get them and you get the other half, if you get a comic that you don't like, it's free, like I said, right? The silver, you can kind of tell there's a drop off in popularity, quality, and all that kind of stuff. So, you're probably going to get a bunch of these. You're probably going to see stacks of these like late into the afternoon of Free Comic Book Day. Some people will probably try to sell these stuff online for like $1. Probably not worth it, right? I mean, they are free. Just go to your shop that day, May 6th, I think, right? But, Sonic the Hedgehog, for all you I thought that was Star Wars. Steam Wars Strike Leader. Okay. Totally looks like Star Wars. I met Joe Benitez at WonderCon. Super nice dude. Some of his fans at his booth, though, not to me, but just in general, a bunch of dicks, but nothing against Joe Benitez. Seemed like a straight up dude. Straight up bro. Lady Machina. Looks like a pretty cool title. I've never actually read a copy. I've only seen previews and, just kind of briefly talking to him, taking a look at his art. Seemed pretty tight. Have no idea what the story's about. So this is a case that I'm talking about. I'm going to go and I'm going to try and get this book. I'm going to try and get this book, get a preview of it. If I like it, I support it. For all you Canadians, you got Captain Canuck. Fresh off the boat? I don't know. Buffy has been big in the comic industry for years now. You get a silver level DC comic that's top secret. Here's some other titles that'll be available at the silver level. See if any of those stand out to you. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kid Savage, Attack on Titan. Man, I'm kind of iffy on the anime. I mean, I did watch the whole first season, like a lot of you guys out there. I'll probably make another video in the future about my thoughts about Attack on Titan, but I've read, a little bit of the manga, and it has all the problems that I think make the anime kind of not A+-ish. Like the anime is not bad, and the universe of Attack on Titan is very interesting, but, like I said, and I'll make another video about this too, and we'll just get into like all the awesome things about Attack on Titan and all the things about Attack on Titan that could have been better. And I think the anime and the manga that I've read, they share the same problems. So, Free Comic Book Day version of it, I don't have too much. I'm not holding my breath that this is going to be all that great, but can't beat the price, right? Marvel Silver, you're going to get Guardians of the Galaxy. So the gold level, you're going to get some Spider-Man story. Silver, you're going to get Guardians of the Galaxy. I just recently saw the movie. Pretty cool. Might want to go for that. The Tick. I have a coworker who was talking about how she has been watching the old TV show that starred Patrick Warburton. Like, she started running around the office just screaming "spoon" one day, and it was just like, okay. And we were talking, and she started talking about how like she started watching The Tick, and I was like, oh, did they make like new episodes? And she's like, no, I'm watching the old ones, from Fox. I was like, wow. So I guess The Tick is making a comeback, just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are making a comeback. And you got 2 free comics you can pick up that day. Barbie, I guess for all the ladies out there. That last Dread movie, man, that was tight. The other one, the Sylvester Stallone one was not as good. Campy, but this is okay still. But Dredge comics, like I don't know, they have like a different feel. It's not as gritty as I like it. Kaiser Sose, Time Shifters, Monster High. Disney, I guess, is coming out with like a manga thing from Pop Tokyo. Look at that cover for Street Fighter. That just looks pretty awesome. I'm probably going to be going for that if they have it. Again, for all the kids out there, SpongeBob, Freestyle Funnies, 28 pages of comic stories and fish. That's probably going to be a decent read for a free comic to get kids involved. If you pick up SpongeBob, and from the gold level, if you pick up the Bongo Free For All featuring The Simpsons, like you'll probably get a couple of kids hooked on comics, And if you're gonna go for like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Attack on Titan, I'm like, your better option is probably just to go with the safe bet. Dragon Ball Super, right? Sneak peek by Viz Media. And here are some other titles that have been spoiled. I don't think they've shown the full list of the 38 silver level sponsored comics that are going to be available that day. According to the article that I read, that list will be spoiled in the actual issue of previews for January, which is going to go on sale in a couple of days. I believe it goes on sale in December 28th, 2016. So check that out so you can kind of plan ahead. Do any of these titles kind of stand out to you? Which ones do you want to grab? Which ones are you going to target on Free Comic Book Day? Are you the type that goes early, waits in line, so you can make sure you get like all the titles you want on Free Comic Book Day? Do you bring a friend? Do you try to get people like friends and family who don't read comics involved in comics, right? Comment below, like and subscribe. I'm probably going to be going for, on the gold level, I'm probably going to be going for Betty and Veronica, the Bongo for my kids. How can you say no to Picard, Sleepless, Rocking the Guns? Obviously, I'm going to be going for the DC and the Marvel. I mean, like, if I can swing it, if I can get all those titles, the gold level, I mean, like I said, 6 of the 12 gold levels look awesome. And I'm probably going to be going for Rick and Morty, so that's what I'm going to be going for. From the Silver Age, Silver Age, whole other topic for a whole other video. The Silver Sponsor, I should say. I'm going to be going for Lady Machina and Captain Canuck, just because I've seen a ton of solicitations and previews, but I've never actually read an issue. I have no idea what the character is about. So, like, perfect example of how Free Comic Book Day is supposed to work, right? Like, expose an unexposed reader to your content. So, Chapter House Comics, I'm going to be coming for Captain Canuck on Free Comic Book Day. DC, I really wish I knew what it's going to be. I mean, it's probably going to be Justice League, maybe Wonder Woman, tied into the movies that are coming out, right? Maybe it's going to be Superman, Batman, right? I mean, just go with the classics. Maybe they're going to get edgy. Maybe they're going to try and spotlight, Green Arrow or The Flash tied into a TV show or something like that. Who knows, right? At least with Marvel, you kind of know what you're getting. You're getting Spider-Man at the gold level, Guardians of the Galaxy at the silver level. So I'm going to be going for those as well. And I'm probably going to be going for Street Fighter. Maybe Dragon Ball Z. That's a lot of titles I'm going for. But like I said, comment below, which titles are you going to be going for? Are you going to bring anybody to Free Comic Book Day? Let's get a discussion going. I'm just happy to be joining the YouTube community as a comic book fan, content creator. I want to talk comics. So hopefully you'll give my channel a chance. Kind of nervous, kind of a shy person in real life, but I love comics. I've been reading comics my whole life. Like I said, first video, we're just talking about Free Comic Book Day, but there's going to be a follow-up video about which ones I order. And like I said, we'll just talk comics. Thanks for giving me a chance. Comment below, hit the subscribe button, and like if you feel like it. But comment below which comics are you going to be going for Free Comic Book Days, which ones in the list that we saw today, which ones stand out to you, which ones do you recommend to other people, and are you going to be bringing anybody to Free Comic Book Day this year? 132 days left and counting. Comment below. Thanks.